Hello everybody, the Nameless Narcissist here once again, a simple man diagnosed with NPD, giving you guys the facts on narcissistic personality disorder and the stuff that goes on in my head. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, but keep in mind that I am no clinician, so I can only speak to my own experiences. So today I'm talking about why it is so hard for me to be vulnerable. And guess what? I'm going to do a special thing for this video. I'm taking off my glasses. Whoa. Yeah, like I was like, if I'm talking about hiding the self, right, and being vulnerable, maybe I should try that in one of my videos. I am horribly embarrassed because the lighting is awful, but that's part of the vulnerability, right? Fuck my life. Anyways, I was having a conversation with Spirit Narc, and I came to the realization about why we feel so horrible being vulnerable. And I realize it's because, like, it takes away our defenses, right? Okay, that sounds very confusing when I just say it like that. But when I meet a new person, right? And I'm going out there, I'm being charismatic and charming. You guys might think that's grandiose, but I am very charismatic. Fuck off. And I'm this mysterious guy who just charms everybody and disappears, more or less. I love that. There's been times where I've gone to parties and they've only referred to me as the guy who brings a whole whiskey bottle, right? Then, I'm still looking at myself. I have these it's the cluster B dark circles. I swear to God, it's a thing. I don't know about anybody else, but I think it's a thing, genuinely. But anyways, I talk to these people and then leave. They have this amazing impression of me and they'll never see me again. And their entire life, they'll be talking, like once I remember I was at a party and I whipped out my butterfly knife just because like people were showing off knives for whatever reason. Man, that's kind of sketchy. And this guy was like, oh my God, everything you do makes you so much more cool. And I was like, oh my God, that's the best compliment I'll ever get. And that guy will have an amazing opinion of me until the day I die. It's fucking incredible. That's an amazing feeling. So I thought about it. Okay, I just noticed that there's 2 beer bottles over there. Those are from the other night. I just have not cleaned them up yet. I swear to God, I'm not that bad of an alcoholic, but whatever. Anyways, but when I tell somebody who I am, when I'm vulnerable with them, that gives them some control. That may not make sense, but think about it. So I'm constantly hiding myself, constantly presenting myself in a way that everybody will love. And when I tell somebody who I really am, how am I supposed to hide that anymore? I become somebody fixed in a box. You know who I am. You have control over me, and I have to trust you to love me despite my defects, despite the things I hate about myself. And that's horrifying. Every part of that is horrifying because I trust that everybody will hate me when they know who I am. It's common, and I think that really speaks to one of the core aspects of this is that we feel like we're terrified of losing control over ourselves. We want to be able to convince everybody that we're awesome and amazing, and we're horrified of anybody seeing the emotional aspects of us. And honestly, I feel like that fear is a symptom of this core need to be liked, of everybody to love us. And so it's hard to be vulnerable in that way. I mean, I don't know if this is like, again, insight is so fucking hard with this goddamn disorder, so maybe this just isn't the fact at all. But shit, that's, like, when I think about it in that way, it's like I am preventing me to be able to make people like me through lies or through vague things or through just acting charismatic and like I love everybody and like I'm just this nice guy. I once had a guy who didn't know me very well saying, man, I can't imagine you being angry. And one of my other friends was there and he said, because I replied like, that's baffling to me, knowing how I used to be. And my friend said, that's baffling to me, even nowadays. because like he didn't know who I was. There's a comfort in people not knowing who you are because you can be whoever you want to be. You can be perfect. If somebody sees you, that removes the possibility of you being able to edit yourself, for you being able to hone yourself into this perfect person that you want to be. It's so refreshing every time I meet a new group of people because they don't know who I am at all. They only see what my cover shows. And that's what I want people to see. I also desperately want people to read the book, so to speak, if we're going with the cover metaphor. But it's like I care more about what the cover is than the actual contents. It's weird. It's really weird. When I think about it, I'm like, it's ridiculous, isn't it? That I only want people to know me at surface level, but at the same time, I crave for them to know who I really am. But, and I'm like struggling with it even now. It's like, how do I give up what people think about me and the control over that situation? And like, even to this day, people don't really know me as much as I would love them to. Because who I am feels like this broken mess of a person. It feels like you took a bunch of limbs off of somebody and just like tied them together randomly. Like there's just like, and there's like no, it's like a mangled mess of a person inside me. And the wild thing is that I feel most real when I am completely emotionally dysregulated. Like when I am sobbing in my girlfriend's arms, or my ex-girlfriend, whatever, saying how like, I'm so sorry I entered your life. I'm so sorry I'm this terrible person and that you're, so kind and that I'm ruining you. Things like that feels real. But I don't want anybody to see that realness because afterwards it's like, they're afraid, right? They aren't disgusted with me, I know that. But that was a lot. They won't experience that again. And I can feel them walking on eggshells. And I know that, and like I try to hide because I know how that affected them. Nowadays at least. Well, hell, even back then to some degree. I know that they didn't like that. And it's funny because I have this innate sense of who I am is disgusting. And that's pathological. But it's the fact that like I know it's pathological to feel like that towards people, right? To think that they won't like who I really am. But at the same time, it's kind of true. Because who I really am is a fucking mess. And it affects people in really bad ways. And they get really upset because it's broken and emotional. And they feel those emotions. And that's fucking insane. I'm still looking at myself being like, oh man, I look like a mess because this lighting is so off. I was going to record a couple more videos today. I might not because of how bad I look. Fuck. I'm just staring at the circles in my eyes. Again, it's like, and that's a really good example of it actually, how I don't care. Well, I do care, but like, I am so much more concerned with how people view my shell rather than myself. I can't stop fucking staring at myself, Jesus Christ. It reminds me of why I wear these sunglasses, honestly. Hell, I don't think I ever look at somebody I'm in a Zoom call with. I'm literally just trying to fix my fucking hair or some shit. Staring at myself, making sure I look perfect. God damn it. This video is way too vulnerable too. I hate it. I don't know. I really don't. It's an issue with making these videos is that like, I don't feel like I've been making progress healing. I feel like I just kind of perfected like my presentation. Because I seem a lot more stable to a lot of people. I I come off very well-adjusted sometimes, but I'm not. I'm a mess. At least a lot of the times I am. But there's a lot of times I really am grandiose and just fine. But it's like when I go home late at night and like there's nobody around me. Also, I realize I put my chair in a really awkward position and I have to lean over like this. And I'm self-conscious about that too. I really am. I can probably move it over now that I've made that like clear, but whatever. Try and be vulnerable, okay? And that's the amazing, it's the amazing thing about this channel. I can be vulnerable without it directly impacting my life and my other sources of self-esteem juice, so to speak. Oh my God, why do I hate looking at my eyes so much? This was a weird video, I'm sorry. Man, I didn't fix my chair enough at all. I think it's the angle of the camera that's wrong now. I mean, that's more how it usually is, at least. I'm in a mood. Maybe I should make more videos tonight. Fuck. Y'all have a good day. Sorry, I'm a wreck. Oh, take your fucking meds.